Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Monday. I guess for most of you it'll be Monday too by the time that you see this. Um, so where do I start? It's really important to me that we start this year as a community off on the right foot. And I kind of touched base on this on our last call, but what I really want to talk about is starting this year with intention. And what do I mean by that? For me, and I can only ever speak for myself, that means being intentional about the goals and outcomes that I'm hoping to have this year, right? So, it's terrible. So I look at this like a couple different ways. One, I've been doing my own like self-reflection workshop, and that involves looking at like the past year, what worked well, what didn't work well, what are the types of feelings that I want to have, and really looking at like what I want to create this year in terms of my relationships, in terms of my physical body, how I feel, and also, and I know this is important to many of you, or you wouldn't have joined this group, how much money you want to make, right? So, what I would love to see and create with you guys is realistic goals, real goals, so that we can say, okay, at the end of the year, I want to feel X, right? I want to make X amount of money, and I'm going to do that by creating value for this community with this product, etc. For e-commerce, that looks like, what does a monthly revenue goal look like for you? What is the brand that you're building? And, working backwards as a plan to create that, right? So for me, like some of my goals, and again, I'd love for you guys to share, not just your business goals, but like ultimately, the life that you're looking to create. This doesn't just have to be about money. I can tell you guys, for me, that money is the least important thing. I really look at and have learned to look at money as more of a choice amplifier. It essentially allows you to do more things like, come hang out with your boy in Bali, right? Take care of your family, take care of your community. But ultimately, money's not even really backed by anything valuable. It's just, part of the game that we have to play as human beings, right? So it's important that we have that. What I find much more important is, being in alignment with, my personal mission. Anyways, so not to get too far off topic, what I've done is in the Discord community, I've created a goals 2021. What I would like to see, if you guys feel up to it, is for you guys to create a short video or write up a short text of what you're hoping to achieve at the end of this year. It can be on money, it can be on your relationships, it could be, on your physical, mental, and spiritual health, or it can be a combination of the above. It needs to be exact, right? I'm going to make X amount of money or generate X result by Y time. And the intention there is so that if we all know what our goals are as a community, we can all work together to make sure that everyone's successful, right? One thing to note there, a couple things. One, if you set a goal for yourself, make sure that it's something that you really want, that it's going to make you feel good inside, that it's going to create the feelings that you really want to have, whether it be freedom, safety, security, etc. How having that perfect, body is going to give you the energy to take care of your family or whatnot. How having a deeper spiritual connection will allow you to, connect to God, the universe, or whatever that looks like for you. It's also important to make sure that these are practical. If you've never made, $1,000 online, start with enough to cover your bills. Start with enough to, as Perry says, knock the boss out your life. Can you make 7 figures your first year? Absolutely. but that's rather the exception rather than the rule, right? So just like exercising, we want to make sure that we're doing things that we can generate wins for, right? That feel good. And every win will build on itself until eventually you have the exact life that you're looking to have, right? So again, the exercise is share what you're looking to create. Sharing is powerful. It draws a line saying that, I'm here and this is what I'm going to create in my life. So I'd love to see all of you guys create this short video and share it. I can tell you a couple of my goals. One is to really focus on this community and make sure that everybody that chooses to work with us this year achieves their dreams. I'm drawing that number at 100. I'm hoping in the next years that will be over 1,000. That's my intention, is to really double down on this community. I've also been really passionate about jiu-jitsu, martial arts, for a really long time, and I have an intention of creating and scaling a brand in that niche this year. So those are two of mine. On the personal side, doing more things that make me uncomfortable. I've had a history of avoiding difficult conversations, etc. So I'm getting out of that habit. I've had some difficult conversations recently, and I found that to be really powerful. The other thing is being consistent in everything that I do, from exercise to work to my learning and spiritual practices. That's something that I'm looking to I am going to double down on this year. So those are a couple of mine. Happy to have some personal chats. If you're not 100% sure, we can always use our weekly call or, some one-on-one time to figure these out. So if you see in the Discord, there's going to be a Goals 2021 tab. If you throw your video in there, upload it to YouTube, share it with your friends and family if you feel called to. If you don't want to do this, no one's ever going to be forced to do anything. But again, I'd love to see, all of us sharing what's in there and all of us supporting each other to, have the best 2021 that we could possibly have. So thank you guys. If you guys watched all 8 minutes of this, it'll be 8 minutes by the time I stop rambling. I love you guys, and I'm committed to your success this year. So let's get it. All right. Cheers.